We are good. All right, we are live with Michelle Ames, one of the co-organizers of WCUS 2019 here in St. Louis, Missouri. Um, Quick little interview. So, why don't you start out? Tell us a little bit about us and whatnot.
Oh, sure. So I've been doing WordPress for about 10 years. The first time that I ever even encountered WordPress was my best friend and I started a nonprofit organization. Her husband was a website builder using WordPress. He created a WordPress website for us. And then we started to send him the content. And he said, hold up, ladies. I'm not building the content here. Here's your login service. Because I didn't have any experience. I thought I would break the website or whatever. And but as soon as I really started moving around the back end of WordPress, I was like, this is pretty sweet. It's really cool, and it's so fun to create more things and to learn more about it. I could probably make some money building these sites because I learned how to do it. But I had no idea how to go from I purchased a domain, how to actually install WordPress, and it means I don't know how to use hosting, any of that. She worked nights. They had 5 kids. The kids went off to do their homework, and he taught me how to use WordPress, how to download it, how to upload it through FTP, to change the WP config file, salt keys, all those different things. And so that's really how I got started with it. I bought hosting that night, I bought a domain that night, and by the next day, I had started building my first website. So it was pretty cool. I was part of those who would say, hey, we haven't had a meetup in a while. Is everybody free next Tuesday? Well, I don't work that way because I have a calendar and I got to stick to it. And eventually he said, I'm not doing a good job of managing this. Same guy, by the way. And he said, does anybody want to take over? And I was like, I will do it if it means that we can have a steady schedule. My first campus, and I said to that track and 70 people in the room, let's get you started on your first word. And so 2016 was the first word camp in Rochester. And I was the lead organizer for it. So I think that you need to do in order for us to have a successful word camp. And I've been organizing and speaking ever since.
Awesome. So, for those who want to join you at a meetup, your meetup group is in Rochester, New York?
Rochester, New York, yeah.
Alrighty. So, for those in that local area, definitely stop by their meetup group there and you'll be able to meet Michelle in person. So what are some of your goals for, I'd say, over the next year or so in terms of your work in WordPress?
So my work in WordPress, I work for a plugin company. We're from press.org, and we have Give WP and business reviews. And I love what I do. I head of customer success. I get to work with our customers on a day-to-day basis, help them grow their nonprofit organization who's really doing good in the world, able to prosper because we're able to help them do that with the products that we create. Makes me happy. So my goal is to continue to work where I work and continue to help those businesses be successful. Aside of that, I will continue to always. I really love people in WordPress. I help as often as I can, and I love to serve as a resource for people. So if I can help them, a little bit of code, a little bit of advice, I'm always happy to do that.
That is awesome. And WP Give, for those who are not familiar with it, is a really awesome plugin that makes it easy for, if I understand correctly, makes it easy for nonprofits to be able to collect donations and track those donations.
Exactly. So it's at givewp.com, and that's the website. And we do have a free version in the repository. So if you go to wordpress.org, search the plugin directory for Give, you'll find us. You can use us free with PayPal or Stripe. And then we have a freemium model, so we actually have some premium add-ons that give you additional functionality. And those are really, really doing a lot to help nonprofits grow.
That's awesome. So what has been your favorite part of this weekend's events?
Well, this weekend's events for me, my favorite part, every part has been amazing, but I've been...
Your favorite part of this weekend's events?
So this weekend's events are my favorite part. Every part has been amazing, but I've been working since, March on a remote team of 53 people to make this camp work as an organizer. And so getting here the first night, having dinner with these people in the same room, and feel that energy and that excitement and that love for our community, it gave me goosebumps.
And to you all and your dedicated team. And I find that in every work camp I go to, and bricks and WordPress community so amazing is that we can all work together. I was talking to somebody else earlier that even in every work camp is that we can all work together. I was talking to somebody else earlier that even you've got technically competing companies down here. We don't work together in competition. It makes us community. So in closing, I want to say that my first work in the U.S. and definitely not my last. So
Fantastic.
now,
That's
tell
really
me
good.
agenda for next year's work camp in the U.S.
Well,
Any knowledge of that right now, of where it's going to be? It's going to be here.
it's going to be here in St. Louis,
So,
yeah. So I imagine we'll be back here at the America Center. That's my expectation. I'm hoping that we can have the same location for WordFest, because that location last night was phenomenal. It was
yes,
at
it was.
City Museum, which was just unlike any other place I've ever been in my whole life. So that was phenomenal. The food here has been tremendously good. Just hospitality, everything has been wonderful.
Who
So
was the catering company that catered? But you guys did,
the food
and
has been so
that
good.
food you brought us was great, and that jazz band during lunch both days.
Hearing more of the dates and things for next year, I hope. That's my expectation. And just keep an eye on 2020, the us.working.org newsletters, the RSS feeds, that you'll be able to get more information.
And tune in for that. If you subscribe to our channel, you'll get a notification when we're ready to go live. So looking forward to it.
Fantastic.
Enjoy the rest of the work camp.
Well, thanks for asking me. It's been a pleasure.